assists. Next, number 7, Reese Wallace from Oak Park, California. Along with the parents John and Melissa Wallace and her brothers Cooper and Gavin. Reese has 1 goal and 6 assists in 61 career games played at Trinity. Next, number 9, Emily Hayes from Allen, Texas. Along with her parents Robert and Cheryl Hayes, her brother Travis and her sister Riley. Shimmy has scored 6 goals, 7 assists, and 1 game-winning goal in the 58 games played at Trinity. Next, number 21, Kira Stafford from Albuquerque, New Mexico. Along with her parents David and Nancy Stafford and her sisters Mia and Chloe. Kira has appeared in 68 games, scoring 10 goals and 20 assists in her career, including 6 game-winning goals. Next, number 23, Teddy Del Preti from Albuquerque, New Mexico. Along with her parents Robert and Sharon Del Preti and her grandmother Ann Del Preti. Teddy has played in 32 games for the Tigers, scoring 6 goals and 5 assists in her career. Next, number 14, Emma Everts from Fort Worth, Texas. Along with parents Greg and Kimmy Everts and sister Cora. Emma has played in 84 games at Trinity, scoring 9 goals with 5 assists. And number 33, Bailey Meyer from South Lake, Texas.
I may ask for a legitimate raise.
Along with parents David and Melissa Meyer. Bailey has played in 85 career games, scoring 6 goals to go with 6 assists, including 2 game-winning goals. And Coach Dylan Harrison had this to say: every class is missed, but this class is truly a big part of our identity. They've helped develop us into a hard-working, exciting, caring team that is the new standard. We know how to compete while having some fun. Thank you all for what you have done. You have left the program in a better place. And one last time, one big hand for the seniors: Meredith McAllister, Dabney Moore, Josephine McCrae, Reese Wallace, Emily Hayes, Kira Stafford, Teddy Del Preti, Emma Everts, and Bailey Meyer. Always
Good afternoon and welcome here to the Trinity University campus. And tonight's matchup between the Schreiner University Mountaineers and the Trinity University Tigers. Tonight, the conclusion of the home season here for the Trinity University Tigers. Also, the conclusion of their regular season, the SCAC tournament taking place next weekend over in Houston. And that means it is senior night, and Schreiner, as you get a good look at the starting lineup now making its way, we'll catch up with that in just a moment. The seniors were honored here pregame, and we will talk more about the seniors here in a little bit as the game goes along. The starting lineup for the Mountaineers, in goal it's going to be Audrey Rivera, and she'll be joined by Chloe Mills, Sandra Garza, Abigail Romero, Natalie Talley, Abigail Scott, Matiana Cancino, Alexandra Schatz, Ashley Esparza, Catherine Tavares, and Kaylee Ellsworth. And that is the Mountaineers as they make their way to their line. And you get a look at them as they go off the screen. A nice big roster there for the Mountaineers. And now for the Tigers, they are going through the entire order, but the starting lineup for Trinity is going to be Lauren Lewis in goal. She'll be joined by Josephine McCrae, Hannah Kahn, Darian Williard, Emma Everts, Ilsa Newland, Taylor Campbell, Kyra Stafford, Aaron Heath, and Michaela Bosco, and Bailey Meyer. And those will be the starters for the Tigers as they get going. Some of you may be wondering why the late start. To put it clearly, had a massive thunderstorm come through here about 4 o'clock, and that basically stopped the clock for pregame. That lasted for about 45 minutes. That took us to about 45 minutes before the game started, before anybody was even allowed to be at the field. And then from there, both teams decided it would be good to have a full restart and kind of go forward from there. So not wanting to cut short the preparation time, they went ahead and said, hey, let's do 40 minutes back on the clock. So we did that, and that explains the roughly 15, 20-minute lag here in start time. But we will be getting caught up here pretty shortly with the kickoff. Thank you to those of you joining us and tuning in as the starters for Trinity now making their way here on this muggy October evening, late October, and we've had thunderstorms. Supposed to have a midday high of 85, and it has, when the rain hits, it's nice. You get a little bit of a breeze, it blows everything out, and then when the rains aren't here, it's back to being muggy. And those of you familiar with South Texas, be well versed with that. So that is the introduction of roughly all 50 of the potential participants here in today's game. They're going to do the national anthem, and unfortunately YouTube does not like it with copyright violations. So we're going to take a moment of pause while we honor the flag, and we'll be back in just a bit. And a big thank you to Reed Rosales for covering the wireless cam today and providing us with some of these on-field shots. And he'll be roaming around the field for an alternative look. Won't have our normal setup due to the heavy rains. It usually takes a little while to get everything set up, so didn't have time for all of that, but we will have Reed making his way around the field and hopefully having some nice angles for us to take at certain times. So that will get us just about ready here for the start as the teams will go back for their huddle. Trinity already the number 1 seed headed into the conference tournament, which will happen next weekend in Houston, hosted by the University of St. Thomas, looking to take the SCAC's automatic berth bid to the NCAA playoffs. They will have to win the tournament to do so, even though they've won the regular season title. They come in with a record of 9-4-2. They are on a 7-game win streak. Last time out was here on campus here at Paul McGinley Field. Defeated the Centenary Ladies by a score of 9-0. And a game that was more representative of what we have seen from the senior class. Quite a few large lopsided wins at times. Haven't seen that entirely too much this season. They look like they might be finding their form once again. A team that struggled throughout September, undefeated through October. And they look to continue those winning ways to finish out October and then into November as they start the NCAA postseason with the conference getting that underway. For Schreiner, almost a tale of the exact opposite. Their last 2 times out was at home versus Centenary and St. Thomas. They did take the victory versus Centenary, a 2-0 victory, and one that they will highlight on their season because their other contest last time out was against St. Thomas. They lost that one by a score of 2-1. They've been fairly competitive here of late. They took a draw with Texas Lutheran on the road over in Seguin just a few days ago, 2 weeks ago here on Friday. So a team that's looked solid their last 4 outings. They've kept a lot of scores close, but they do come in with a 2-10-1 overall record. So the Mountaineers, the Tigers, just about getting ready here for kickoff. We've got a lot of events happening here on campus. It's alumni weekend, senior night. Sure, in just a little bit you'll see the ginormous tent that they have put over on the east side of the field. Going from your screen, that'll be on the right side as the alumni have made their way back to San Antonio, getting a good, nice inline view of the game. And it'll be Schreiner to kick us off as Trinity's ready. Schreiner still waiting to break their huddle.
Schreiner Mountaineers, Trinity Tigers, 17th Atlantic Conference.
And the Mountaineers will get us going here momentarily. And it will be underway here from San Antonio finally. And that was Esparza to take it early on. Played it back to Mills on the back line, and Schreiner looking to establish a little bit of possession time early on. They work it near side here on the bench. That's Tally. Nice flick on, but will now be possessed by the Tigers. As their first few touches will look to find Bosco down, but the flag is up. And that will be offside. There's a good view of the alumni tent. And a welcome to all Trinity alums tuning in, as well as the friends, family, and just casual fans of both teams. So this will be Chloe Mills to send it away here for Schreiner after the offside. Now to the foot of shot, and she loses that. Kahn has her pass flicked on, but it'll be retained momentarily by the Tigers. And a nice sliding effort there from Rivera coming out of her box to take away the Trinity attack. Really nice run from Taylor Campbell on that far side. And a really good pass from Everts to feed her down, but it was just a touch beyond her reach. And Campbell couldn't get to it before Rivera did. Now, chance for Bosco. She's got a lot of speed. And Rivera, once again, quick off her line to come corral that. And see, she's hopefully just readjusting the shin guard there and not sustaining injury. She very nicely came off that line to take possession away from Bosco, who would have had pretty much a one-on-one with the keeper. Now fed back near side. Kahn looking to send it back to the middle, eventually to the foot of Bosco. And Trinity somehow still retains possession here. Everts sends it over, and that found McCray, who was trying to find Campbell once again. Campbell getting some really good runs, but all the passes so far just ahead of her. And that one will go out for a goal kick. Rivera boots it away, and looks like that'll still stay in. No, it finally goes out right before midfield. So Newland with the throw in, finds Everts. Touch off the body, and that one will eventually be flicked out towards the Mountaineer side. So Schreiner pretty solid here early on with possession. And they'll retain here on this throw. Ball played towards the middle, eventually taken for the Tigers. Now a big run from Campbell. Keeps it just inside the touchline. Now works it back. And that one will find Mills, who flicks it on, looking to find a teammate, and they're able to keep it in. But to the foot of Newland and back to the Tigers. And Khan trying to play it forward here for Trinity. Able to keep it alive long enough to help find the foot of Stafford. And Kira Stafford will take the throw in. As Trinity tries to play quickly, but to the foot of the Mountaineers. And now back to McCray for the Tigers. Far side out now for Campbell. Feeds it back in, trying to find Kahn. That's Mills on defense, and she'll play it out, and it'll be a Tiger throw deep in their territory. And Rivera coming up strong once again. I think that one was played out as she'll take the goal kick. Letting that one sail by out of danger. And a back and forth, even if it's been mostly on the Trinity half of the field, a back and forth opening 6 minutes here. Talley will send this one forward. It crosses midfield. This is Esparza trying to connect with Schott. Retains possession momentarily. Stafford will play it out, and this will be Mountaineers' throw on their side of the pitch. Haven't really had an offensive possession necessarily just yet, and that'll be the deepest they've played it so far. Bailey Meyer will step back to corral for the Tigers. Play it back with Williard on the near side. Now sends it far side. Newland trying to find Campbell. Rolling back and forth, sending it back to Meyer. That one high up off the body of Campbell, and I believe the handball is going to be called. It looked like it rolled up around the elbow area there, and free kick here. It looks like it'll be Mills to take. The junior defender out of Richmond sends it down. It's going to find the way to Bosco. She plays it back now for Everts. He'll flick it on as Bosco, the reigning SCAC Offensive Player of the Week, for her hat trick performance against the Centenary Ladies. Not able to find the run she was looking for on that occasion. Now Heath will play that one around, and that'll be left untouched. Mountaineers will take the throw. So Talley looking for the foot of Tavares, and it was a bit too strong of a touch. Played now for the Tigers, and their throw immediately tapped away by Talley, but she plays it out. Now Bosco, 1v2, and Talley, with a nice little defense, will take the throw. Everts playing it forward. I think that was looking for a pass on the crossing Bosco. Rivera all over that one. She'll corral and send it on down, finding the foot of Heath. Everts will play it back for McCray. Strong with the touch. Mills sends it back the other way. Now Williard near side. Don't know if she was looking to play Stafford or if she was trying to send Bosco in deep. If it was Bosco, that was way too strong. And if it was Stafford, that was, we'll just call it a miss hit. Either way, it'll be a goal kick now for Rivera. 9 minutes plus gone by. Here in the opening frame, we were about 20 minutes beyond the normal start time due to rain prior to pregame warm-ups. This year, when we've had two games instead of having the men's game just immediately after, set that one for an 8 o'clock start. Women's with a 5:30 start, so it really shouldn't affect anybody playing after you because you've got a little bit of a buffer built in already. So take the extra few minutes and make sure you're completely warmed up, ready to go. Now Williard pass back for McCray. That one flicked forward and then off of Stafford. Fortunate for the Tigers because that allows McCray to play it. It settles now with Meyer. Our side, Newland. Also with the header off for Bosco and tried to play it forward, but Campbell not in a position to make the run. And I believe that went out for a goal kick. Yes, it was right there by the corner flag, so would have either been a very deep throw or advantageously for the Mountaineers, it will go for the goal kick. Well done to keep that one in, but then immediately taken away by Campbell, or excuse me, by Kahn. And a nice run here from Sandra Garza. But equally good on defense there, Emma Everts. She'll lose it out of bounds, but stopped the very nice run from Garza and gave Trinity a chance to reset. Bosco trying to find Kahn inside the 18, can't quite do it. Now she'll take it back around. Now from the side, and this will Great defense. I was going to say, I was about to go for a shot on goal. And I don't know if one's going to register from there. Rivera flicked the cross away, and then I thought it was going to lay down at the foot for Kahn, but great defense down low. Not real sure who it was. Scott might have been in the area there to help keep that one out. Got to it first. Now a shot from distance right off the top of the bar. And that will go for a goal kick. The Tigers in the last 30 seconds with 2 golden opportunities. Unable to connect on either, but starting to find their form. Now played forward. The run here. It's going to come from Esparza. She gets to it first. Williard on defense. She'll be joined by Meyer in the background. Nice move from Esparza. And then that one not able to be played all the way out. They were looking for Cancino. Couldn't quite get it there. It was taken away by the Trinity defender, Williard. Now Bosco is going to slow up to stay here and retrieve the ball. And his foot race. I don't know if anybody in the SCAC is going to win that foot race with Bosco. She might be the fastest player in the conference. Haven't seen everybody. But there are a few that are going to register that type of speed. So you have to be really careful on defense when trying to square her up. That will get played out by the Tigers, so it'll be a throw here for the Mountaineers. Far side, just back and forth. Mountaineers will retain. Played it forward, a little bit of room. Tally. Thinking back on that defensive save, might have been Tally. I thought it was a single digit. And I don't think it was Mills in the area, as the clock is now stopped, as we're going to get a check on Aaron Heath, as well as, I think, Sandra Garza. No, just on Heath. It might be for blood. I think it's got to be a head check anyway. So she will have to come off momentarily. You see her just at the bottom of the screen there talking with head athletic trainer Mark Powell. She's in good spirits, smiling and laughing it off. And I think she still has to come to the sideline until the ball's put in play. Yeah, here she comes over. Still tugging at her ear a little bit, so maybe just a little bit of ringing. She seemed like she was in good spirits for it. So a drop ball here. And both coaches saying that they had the ball. And now the official is going to give a free kick to the Mountaineers. So a bit of confusion over who had the ball when the whistle was blown. Winds up with Schreiner. And then they get a free kick because referee said Trinity played too early. The shot will go all the way down for Lauren Lewis. And the one Tiger we haven't talked about yet so far here on the field will make the play. See if they register that as a shot on goal. They've got one registered for the Tigers so far. This one's played far side out, and that'll be Mills to Corral. And the foul given, no, excuse me, offside called. So Mills staring directly into the sun, trying to pick somebody out here for the Mountaineers. And that gets difficult. Mountaineers playing in the all-white, staring directly in the sun and then trying to pick somebody out down there. Bounced around, played around, now Taveras. Hope send it down far. Heath couldn't make the first play, now tries to make the second. Finds Stafford. Stafford has Kahn in front, but will try to take herself and then deflected out by Taveras. Could be a handball call, but they're going to play on. Racing down Cancino. She's got Meyer in front of her, has Esparza. Now Esparza making the run. McCrae trying to get there first, and great job by Josephine McCrae to body off the defender and let that go out for the goal kick. This one sent far side. Now Bosco playing off the left side. Won't be able to get to it. The free kick coming here from Elsa Newland. Bounced around in the box, then played forward. Williard. That's a great shot on goal, but right at Rivera. And I talked about the sun earlier with Mills, but it's going to affect Rivera as well. Might be one of the reasons why Schreiner had the kickoff, because usually when Trinity wins the toss here, they elect to defend the side of the field not facing directly west into the setting sun. Nice battle there between Stafford and Schott. Advantage shot as Trinity has that one played out off of them. And that'll be Heath once again, and I think she's going to take a moment. I don't know if it's a continuation of what might have happened earlier or if it was something new, but second time we've had the whistle for her. And that will sub in Clara Richards here for the Tigers. She goes in for Aaron Heath at the 19th minute. It's Campbell far side. A lot of room. And Chloe Mills stepping up. Gave her a lot of room, but stepped up and made the play when she had to. That one sent down. Hannah Kahn gives way, and Mills heading that one out. Talked about Schreiner, the last four out. Looking pretty solid, including the 1-1 draw in Seguin against Texas Lutheran. As that one's going to go on goal, and the Tigers find themselves out in front 1-0. Shot from Hannah Kahn. Let's see if we can get the assist here in just a moment. Third shot on goal of the game for the Tigers.
Goal for the Tigers by Hannah Kahn, assist for Taylor Campbell.
And you heard legendary voice from James Hill giving us the assist there. It's Taylor Campbell. Tigers on top 1-0 here 20 minutes in. And Apologies to the Mountaineers fans as I was talking about their last 4 outings. The 1-1 draw, then a 3-0 loss at Southwestern, but then the 2-0 victory over the Ladies of Centenary, and then the 2-1 loss to St. Thomas. That one equal score differential that the Tigers had. They lost, or excuse me, they beat St. Thomas by a score of 1-0. So fairly competitive despite the record. And substitution as Taylor Campbell's going to come off, and on your screen there you saw Emily Hayes going in for her and getting a round of applause. You see the boards in the crowd, and that section going crazy as Emily Hayes made her way in. The senior midfielder Hayes from Allen, Texas. Now played out for Newland. A nice through ball all the way to Bosco. Now to Stafford. Plays back to Bosco. And now it's going to be a foot race. And she's going to slow it down. Now turns on the afterburners. Takes the corner. And it's blocked out. Nice job for Tally. But it'll give the Tigers their first corner of the game. And already with the early lead. Now a set piece coming for Trinity. Once again, Chloe Mills on defense here for the Mountaineers. That'll be played out for another corner, so Trinity will try version 2 of this piece. You see Bosco, only the one to take. Since that one far side, Newland finally now play out to Newland. It was Stafford far side, they got a head on it. Then here come the Mountaineers trying to race back. That's Garza. Playing with Romero on that far side. First time we've talked about Abigail Romero. Her flick down was played out. And after a bit of back and forth, back to the Tigers. Now Hayes having sent it in to the foot of Kahn. Tigers then overplay, but McCrae was there. McCrae now full send all the way down the left side. Sends it across. Bosco couldn't get there. And that'll be flicked forward. Esparza, and she was fouled. The referee on top of that one, and Schreiner will take just a moment here to let everybody make their way down. For Mills will send it across. Brings it back towards the middle. Finds the foot of Richards. And some more back and forth. Newland, last defender back, playing that one up to Stafford. Almost got through. Don't know if Bosco would have been onside. And that one played forward and just beyond the reach of Esparza. She's going to play that one on the ground. Might have had something going, and then Esparza might have been able to have a turn. But couldn't quite find it. Williard. Now with the miss hit, this is going to fall for Cancino. She's got people in front. Maybe took too much of a touch to get that to Garza. And that one gets played out, but it will remain Mountaineer possession. And I'm not sure if they're going to try to get subs in before this throw or not. Doesn't look like they're in a hurry, so we'll play on with who we have on the field. This will be Tally looking to make the throw. Esparza had the touch, and then that one right off of Williard's head. And so give her a moment to make sure everything's fine, right into the back of the head. She looks good to go. And that one played into the box. Nothing comes of it. Now, a nice run here from Ellsworth. And she'll play it out to the side. Cancino trying to play it back towards the middle. The pressure still coming here from the Mountaineers. A couple of subs on the Trinity side looking to come in as well. So next ball out. Might be seeing subs. And no, Schreiner's not ready yet. So we'll continue on. They have two in waiting, but both sitting here talking with their coach. Maybe getting a little bit more understanding of what's going to be expected of them when they do enter. Played back now from Meyer as we're under 19 to play here first half. Goal roughly 7 minutes ago coming from Hannah Kahn, assisted by Taylor Campbell, putting the Tigers on the board. And there is Kahn trying to chase that one down, and unable to do so. Now the subs will make their way to the check-in table for Schreiner. So next ball out, we will introduce you to some fresh faces here. For Schreiner, it's going to be Ryan Ruiz. Ruiz. Essentially Ruiz on that pronunciation. I apologize if it's not. We're going to go with Ruiz. Richards sends that one back across the middle, and nobody really home for the Tigers. Hayes will give chase, makes first contact, and then eventually has that one played out. And that'll go for a corner kick. Trinity. Be Bosco onto the corner. Sends that one out. Nice ball across the face of the goal, but deflected out by Schreiner. And Richards will play that one back. Finds Newland. Sends it forward. Tally for the Mountaineers. Sparza got a foot on it, but right back to Newland. Back to the middle, McCray. Into just a horde of players in the middle. Bounced around, flicked forward, and then bounced back. And Stafford, the flag stays down. She should be onside. Turns the corner, has a look, plays it across. Far side, Bosco, no, but yes to McCray. And Stafford to McCray will put the Tigers up 2-0. Excuse me, I said McCray. It is Hayes, and I apologize there. Single digit. And Emily Hayes with the goal.
Goal for the Tigers by number 9. Let's go, assist number 21, Kayla Stafford.
Stafford does get the assist. That one just out of the reach of Bosco. Hayes on the very far side. Bosco might have been the second option. Then Hayes could have been the third option. And Hayes knocking it home for her goal here, coming in as a sub. And the senior on senior night with the celebration. That one crowd by Everts. Stafford once again had the big run last time. Now she'll play it forward ahead of time, and Rivera much easier to corral this one than the one that came across moments ago. Romero, far side, plays back for Mills. And they'll play a short game, trying to play it forward. And there's McCray. There we go. Schneider's checked into the game, but the shot comes from Everts. Everts shot on goal, but that one saved by Rivera. Her third of the contest. Richards plays back. It's Reese Wallace. Recently checked in as well, along with Schneider on the last subs for Trinity. Wallace looking to eventually switch direction over for Newland. Reese plays it all the way back for Mills. Schneider, that's a foul, and no advantage available, so they're going to call it now. Played forward from Newland. Hayes might have gotten a touch on it. Schneider might have gotten one as well, but Rivera all over it. She'll corral for the free boot on down. McCray plays it forward. Hayes calling for it, but they're going to play it back. Now Wallace sends it towards the middle. Was trying to find Richards. Now a run here for the Mountaineers. Cancino just beyond the reach of Alex Lara. Alexia Lara, who checked in moments ago, with her first big opportunity, and that one just played out of her reach. Talley trying to hold off of Stafford. Stafford might have won possession, and they will say Trinity ball. Stafford played that one off of Talley. And the Tigers with another sub. Off will be Everts.
Malia Cesar.
And Malia Cesar checking in, as well as Teddy Del Preti, the senior, coming in along with the first-year Cesar. Wallace to the foot of Cesar. Can't quite corral. Now this will be played all the way back for Bailey Meyer, and she'll settle. Look up the pitch. Find Richards. In turn, find Stafford. Plays this one now quickly ahead of Del Preti. Just came on, has the fresh legs, and she'll win the corner. Just over 12 left to play here, first half. That's Hayes making the run all the way over to take this corner. As Luke Terry gives way for the corner. That one's sent in, and Rivera with the nice save. We'll be able to catch Luke Terry on the mic tomorrow as the Trinity football team in town as well as the other Trinity football teams playing here tonight. Tiger football hosting Millsaps tomorrow, and Luke will have some commentary for you if you're a Tiger fan. But tonight, helping keep the balls actively available. And the foul will go against Trinity. And Tally will come step over the top. Decent ball put in, but nobody home for the Mountaineers. They'll look to play the second one. And they get that one, but that one played right to Stafford. Now she has numbers up ahead. Del Preti had Schreiner. Would have been onside too, and would have had a great run if she could have fed that one through, but it was blocked. And now come back the Mountaineers. Send it all the way far side. Now played back to the middle for Mills. She'll lose it. Stafford intercepts. Del Preti, can she get back around it? Had the first step. Can't beat Mills, but Mills will lose it. Out for a long, no. Be off of Trinity, so it'll be a throw here for the Mountaineers. Sent back into the middle of the box. Schneider turns right at Rivera. Nice turn. Rivera, good positioning. Only had to make one little slide step to the left, and she able to take it. Richards again to Schneider. This one played back and booted away by Rivera. And Hayes saying that one was out when she touched it. With the official saying it was off of Hayes. And so possession back to Schreiner. Under 9 left here first half. 2-0 Trinity. Goals from number 8, Hannah Kahn, and number 9, Emily Hayes. Assist by Taylor Campbell and Kira Stafford. For those of you just joining us, pretty good back and forth contest here early on. Schreiner's done pretty well getting some possession back, and Del Preti there with a mishit. Trinity played that one pretty quickly. Subs coming in for the Tigers will be Kayla Bovin and Sella Havens. Bovin in for Ilsa Newland, and Havens in for Stafford. Good look at Rivera. She boots it away. One flick, and that one goes just out of reach for the Mountaineers. Now the throw in here for Trinity. Ellsworth will put it in play. Romero trying to make something happen, loses to Cesar. Schneider coming off the far left side. It was, and into the middle of the box, but nobody home for Trinity, and that's ultimately going to be Ruiz sending it off. Schneider working with Cesar to keep this one alive for Trinity. A couple of high kicks in there, and Cesar trying to come down with it, but now to the foot of Ruiz. Eventually sent all the way back. McCray for the Tigers. Hayes trying to bring it across, already with one today. Maybe looking to help somebody else out, and the shot goes over for Bovin, but it'll be just wide. Couldn't quite get the curve on that one. And a good look at it at home. Pretty much the same angle that we have here from the table. just couldn't quite get it to bend in enough. Good look at the Trinity alumni in attendance here today. Give a shout out to one Trinity alum and former Tiger Network soccer commentator. In fact, the first Tiger Network soccer commentator that we had, Chris Garagiola, as he will be on a mic tonight, but not here for Tiger Network. He is calling games for the Arizona Diamondbacks radio network. He's had that gig all year. And Diamondbacks and the Texas Rangers playing in Game 1 of the World Series.
In the pocket, Roach.
And then, while we've got a moment here, I'd like to send a thank you out to Chris Hockman, who has carried us this year for coverage. He mentioned the last time out that he was going to be on a well-deserved vacation. And we wish him all the best. And thank him for getting us through the majority of the home season, except for this one. And then also give a shout out to another Tiger alum, Ryan Figert. A lot of you may remember Ryan on the calls. So he's did a little bit last year and the year before and the years before that, actually. And those of you in the Dallas area may have heard him on the radio calling some games for FC Dallas as they make their way into the postseason. They'll be facing off with the Sounders on Monday. Pretty exciting time here for Tiger Network alums. Their team's finding their way into the postseason and still getting some calls going for them. And that one's going to be a team save. Nicely done. DePreti couldn't quite get it past the reach of shot.
Tally, just beware.
Tigers looking to play it around here for the last 3.5. Still looking to make it 3-0, but kind of going into more conservative ball control. And as I say that, Reese Wallace looking ahead, trying to find somebody deep, sends it forward. And just off your screen, you can't see it, but I think maybe Coach Harrison talking about maybe the decision there doesn't seem to be too upset about the idea, maybe just looking for a better outlet who might have been available on that play forward. This one played out now for Tally. Richards plays ahead. Schneider's got room in the box, sends the cross way to the foot of Hayes now for Cesar. And Schneider with an absolutely brilliant goal. No, they're going to wave it off. I don't care. That was brilliant. What a brilliant shot there for Abby Schneider. I'm going to call her offside. Let's see it. And so Schneider's called offside. I thought she was on, but apparently she must have been a step in front. This one played back into the box. Remains 2-0 here. Minute 40 to play. Last 100 seconds. Here comes Cancino. Left side, chased down by Richards. Hits the brakes. Plays it back across the face well, not the face, but back into the middle. Just trying to find Adam Zay. Just checked in recently. Zay was already well forward, had to stop, come all the way back to make that play, and just wasn't there. Wallace with good defense prevents that one from going into Cancino. Tigers will take us down with possession to the 1 minute mark.
1 minute, 1 minute.
Zay will play that one forward. Cray will send it off. Yeah, Ponce was in the area there for Schreiner. Zay with the first touch. And that one flicked out by Havens, and they're going to give the corner. So 30 seconds here for Schreiner to get themselves set and to see if they can find something on this set piece. Their first corner of the evening. Down 2-0, looking to cut it in half before we head to the break. And they'll play quickly. And that one headed out for the Tigers. And that one played out. It'll be a Schreiner throw, but that one should do it for the half. As you can hear James Hill in the background counting us down. And that will take us to the break. Trinity ahead by a score of 2-0. Goals for the Tigers from Hannah Kahn and Emily Hayes. And you see that 12 shots to none, 9 on goal, 4 official saves, quite a few team saves actually for the Mountaineers. And Trinity with the 3 offsides in the 4 corners. But first half, pretty much the Tigers' way, and we'll be back in a few here on the Tiger Network after the 15-minute halftime break. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll be back. And welcome back. Start of the second half here from Paul McGinley Field on the far south side of Trinity University's campus. We have alumni weekend. We have senior night. Not only senior night here on the Trinity side, but senior night here for, well, the conclusion of a career for a lot of seniors on the Schreiner side.
Second half of play.
And as the second half unfolds, we'll run down all of the seniors playing here tonight. For Schreiner, it'll be the conclusion of their season. For Trinity, conclusion of their regular season. They will head as the number 1 seed on to the SCAC playoffs. And we are underway. Final 45 here in San Antonio. Just approaching the 7 o'clock Central hour. Thank you for tuning in, spending part of your evening here with us. A pretty decent crowd here tonight. The weather has started to become a lot more bearable. It was comfortable at 80, but it was muggy and humid, and now 78. But the humidity has dropped drastically, and we get a little bit of a wind. Not too much to affect play, but just enough to knock out a lot of the stillness and the mugginess, and that will be a welcome sight for most of those in attendance. That one will be played out for Tiger Corner. Bosco to send it across. She got pretty much all of that one. It'll go all the way through the 6, then halfway through the 18 as it makes its way out. As we mentioned earlier, but for those just joining us, the opening frame goal here for the Tigers was scored by Hannah Kahn on assist from Taylor Campbell. And that one around the 20-minute mark. And then about 10 minutes later, it was Emily Hayes receiving from Kira Stafford. That makes it 2-0. Abby Schneider put one into the back of the net, but it was ruled offside. And discussions at halftime amongst those here at the table, at least. Just a lot of confusion. It wasn't necessarily that it was a wrong call. I don't think anybody even felt like they had a good enough look at it to say whether or not it would have been a wrong call or not, but it was an incredible goal, or incredible finish, as one would say, from Schneider. Going up high, kicking it back down as it went all the way from the left side of the goal all the way to the right side, and then just kind of buried it home, but rolled offside, and that leaves us at 2-0. That one played forward, but cleared out here from, once again, Mills. Chloe Mills, I'll be honest, the work that Mills and Talley have done have kept this to a 2-0 game. Right now, Trinity could easily be up 6-7-0, but Mills and Talley have had outstanding defensive performances here for Schreiner. And I don't mean to not talk about anybody else, but just from memory and recollection, those two I've called out quite a bit, making very big plays over and over and over. The back line doing a nice job totally, but those two specifically. And the foul against Schreiner will set up Hannah Kahn, and they will mark off the steps because that is way too close. The offensive version of 10 yards is about 20, and the defensive version of 10 yards is about 4 steps. Kahn drives it, and a fantastic effort from Rivera in goal, who then gets sent to ground. And make sure that she's okay. She got spun around. You worry about maybe getting a cleat caught. She'll take a moment. A fantastic defensive effort there. She went sky high for it. clock will stop as she takes a moment to gather, and off screen you're seeing, or we're seeing, you're not, just the official going over and talking to Bailey Meyer. I think Bailey's basically apologetic. I don't think there was any malicious intent there. We're just making sure that we're all good, and then apologize for the dead air. I'm trying to see if I can't hear Coach Harrison was asking Bailey what he had said to her, and didn't quite catch it all, so we'll leave it at that. And it looks like play will resume. Particularly with a keeper, you want to make sure that they're ready to go, but it's not necessarily the easiest of subs to have somebody come on for a keeper for a few minutes while they get checked out. So if you can delay for just a minute or two, do so and go forward. Now Hayes trying to play this one forward, deflected out. Once again, that was Ellsworth for the Mountaineers. Now Bosco with the foot race. Mills trying to defend. I'll go to Hayes. Bosco still on the attack. And eventually all of that's going to get called back for offside. .77 and cloudy here now, and we're hoping that we've got the next 39-50 without wet skies. There's about a 50% chance of rain throughout the entirety of the men's game. And if you're a Trinity fan, that is a crucial game, so we hope you stick around for that. So they will be battling St. Thomas in what ultimately will decide whether or not they make the SCAC tournament. And that a shot on goal from Hannah Kahn, and once again Rivera all over it. She has come up big time and time again here for the Mountaineers. That a shot that was sent with some velocity. Would have been very easy to have that one get muffed around and sent forward, maybe to the foot of a waiting Tiger, but absolutely snared out of the air. Now far side, Everts shall play that one well ahead. I think even if Bosco or Kahn would have wanted to give that one a go, Rivera was there pretty quick. Cesar with the first touch. It was a bit long, and now sent far side. Tally, play it out. It'll be a Trinity throw. Wallace. That one takes a touch. Emily Hayes looking for number 2 today. Off the side of the post and bounces all the way back out. Hit curve just a little too much. She basically had the empty net. And then it just kept bending. Hit the inside of the post. Never went fully across. Came right back to her. Or to the spot that she had vacated as her momentum took her forward. Another just miss here for the Tigers. That keeps the pressure on Trinity. Schreiner still within striking distance. They haven't had a whole lot of offensive possessions or runs, but if you're a Tiger fan, you want that third one just to relax just a bit. You're probably feeling okay at the moment, but you give up one, makes it 2-1, then all of a sudden nerves settle in, and that's why it's not particularly a fantastic lead. You like to get to 3. Schreiner holding possession, but really nobody opening up in front. They will play it back across the back line, but moving it forward, just not presenting anything open. Well, Garza tries to step up. She was briefly open. So they're going to send it far side Tally. She'll just flick it forward. Flag stays down. Esparza collides with Everts. Nothing called. Bosco now being defended off by, wasn't Tally, that was shot. Now Hayes giving chase. The senior keeps it alive. Great angle there from the work from Reed Rosales. As well as great thank you to Elizabeth Gonzalez down in the control room making the switches. Cesar. As that one played around, and this one will go for Bailey Meyer. She'll defend off. Giving chase was Cancino. Booted across. Ellsworth back and forth with Schott. Or with Scott, excuse me. Cesar into the middle, and the flag goes up. Had a feeling when you're that wide open and make that big of a run, you kind of have a feeling. I looked around, didn't look like there was anybody keeping her on side, and Bosco was called off. Ten minutes elapsed here in the second half. A couple of golden chances for the Tigers. But Rivera's come up big in some spots, and then Schreiner will take a bit of luck in some others. Nice moves there from Lara, but eventually Hayes just has enough of it, steps in front of the pass, and plays forward for Trinity. And they will have the throw. Elsewhere in SCAC play, let's jump to the men's side. A pertinent score here for Mountaineer fans. Schreiner men 3-2 over Centenary. That one final from Shreveport. And on the women's side, University of Dallas, a 2-1 winner over Austin College. Southwestern and TLU currently underway. I actually have to go to their full live stats to see what the score is on that one, so give me just a moment. Currently at the half, 3-2 Texas Lutheran over Southwestern. Hannah Kahn has Bosco. She'll take the shot. Rivera, the save. I mean, hockey season just started, but my goodness, she's putting on a show out there that would rival some of the best in goal from that. She's taken just about as many shots as you normally would in a hockey game as well. Cesar couldn't get it to settle before it was kicked out by Garza. And Trinity will eventually just take the throw. Centenary and St. Thomas kicking off from Shreveport here shortly. So that game's scheduled for 7 o'clock on the women's side. Kahn makes the turn. She's trying to feed it inside. I don't know that she really had anybody specific in mind. Weird. Plays it forward for Hayes. And she'll get it back. That one's trying to be kept from giving a corner. Plays it into the 18, but nobody home for the Tigers. Eventually goes all the way back to the back line. Wallace looking to kick forward. Right to Kahn. Settles. Looking for that first step. And defense there might have been little bit of a tug of the jersey, but nothing given. And Khan will now go down to the ground. Let's see if she needs any medical attention or if she just needs a moment. Looks like she's good. Trinity with subs. Next time out for them. Garza fought by McCray. Now Romero fought by McCray. And McCray really wanted it, and she'll win possession.
In for the Tigers, number 4, Abby Schreiner. Number 19, Madison Barkowski.
So Khan and Bosco off. And coming into the game, Madison Bargansky. And Cesar goes to ground and then comes up limping. I'm trying to find that last sub that just came on there for the Tigers. This one's played off to the far side, Everts, and Stafford's going to be called offside. She gave a run down the far right side. And the other sub that I missed earlier, Abby Schneider, that entered the game. Now this one far side. Bailey Meyer will kick it out of the reach of Cancino. Most of the conferences around Division III wrapping up play this week. Conference tournaments next week, and then 2 weeks from now, NCAA playoff action. Well, Trinity's got a stranglehold here in the SCAC, taking the number 1 seed already and undefeated through conference play. Our neighbors in the ASC off to a little bit of a different situation. They've got a little bit of a battle going for their top ranks. Looks like UMHB, who defeated Trinity earlier this year, will go ahead and take the regular season title. And then Hardin Simmons, who Trinity drew earlier in the season, will be the 2 seed in that tournament. There's a yellow card issued to, I believe, McCray. Double check that one. Garza walks that one off. And all of that to say, the men have opening hosting options this year. So the first and second rounds, the men have priority. The NCAA has not been very keen to give one school both men's and women's tournaments in recent years. So for those wondering, will this be the final time Trinity plays at McGinley Field this year? It could be. Maybe, maybe not. It's really all up in the air. And with that being said, kind of depends, I think, largely on what happens in the ASC. So I think some options exist for both UMHB and Hardin Simmons to maybe host, depending on who wins that conference. And it also depends on who wins the men's side of it as well. And so a lot of action still to go, and more will be kind of figured out over the coming days. But essentially, it's not entirely out of the question, but this could very well be the final home game of the year for Trinity. And all of that to say, I think realistically, Trinity has to win the SCAC Conference Championship in the tournament in order to make the postseason. I don't think, given how the season's gone, that they are going to be worthy of an at-large bid. Stranger things have happened. I just looking around the rest of the country and seeing who's in what spots and how many bids they have to give out, it just seems like it would be a tough draw. And so, not impossible, but I think it would be tough if they don't win the conference championship outright here next week.
Yeah, with 9, Kaylee, backside. Don't lose her on the transition.
Well, that's Meyer bringing it near side here for Williard. And Hayes had slipped down, recovered just in time to receive the pass. No. Nice flick on there from Barganski. And tries to give chase, but then realizes that one's not going to be reachable. .25:30 to play here in the regular season. That one out of reach for Ellsworth. Hayes for Trinity flicks it in quickly. Richards had that one bounce up high and then lost possession. Now Garza has that one pass to a teammate, and then Schreiner able to keep possession after momentarily losing. Cesar looking to play it back to the middle. Schneider got a piece of it, but that'll roll harmlessly to Rivera. Stafford far side looking for Schneider. Will have connection. Sends in the cross. And Stafford on the backside of it just couldn't get it. Snuck inside the post. Remains 2-0. As we said, Trinity's had some chances here. Going all the way back to Schneider's attempt that she was called offside for. And ever since then, they've come real close 3 or 4 different times. Just could not put one in. I said earlier, Rivera is a big part of that one, but also just some unfortunate luck here for Trinity. Hayes had a wide open goal, took it from distance and put a nice shot on it, and it just continued to curve a little too much, hit the inside part of the post and deflected just straight back and didn't get that one to carry him her way. That would have been a 2-goal evening for Hayes as she scored the second here tonight. Brought all the way to the near side for Williard. She's going to send it back across. Everett's in the middle. Gansky had it momentarily and then flicked forward by Everett's. That'll be out of play. It'll be a Schreiner throw. And whistle blown for offside. So Rivera, the senior, in goal now, or in goal for this game for the Mountaineers. Their other keeper, Cassandra Gomez, also a senior. So that one sent in, and Rivera there once again. Graduate student Jasmine Ramirez. And Abigail Romero has played pretty much the full way here for Schreiner so far. Also a senior, along with Natalie Talley. Brianne Ruiz, the senior, came in at the end of the first half. Pretty active. Alexandra's shot. It's been all over the field today. Catherine Tavares, a grad student. Those will be the ones, potentially, I say potentially, they may be coming back, but potentially leaving the program. And then for Trinity, the seniors, Dabney Moore, Josephine McCrae, Emily Hayes, Emma Everts, Kira Stafford, Teddy DelPreti, Bailey Meyer. They've had a pretty solid career here. A couple of Sweet 16 appearances. And I want to say, I didn't look it up beforehand. I should have, knowing that I was going to call the game, but I believe Trinity's lost to, in the Sweet 16 the last 2 years. I think that the last 2 years they've been there. They lost to the eventual national champion. So, could be wrong on that one, but I feel like that's right. So apologies if it's not. So substitutions. Garza and Scott coming off. Tavares and Lara came in for Schreiner on that last substitution, and then also for the Tigers, Malia Cesar replaced by Sienna Robinson. And this will be Robinson's first time. And that one given to the Mountaineers on the throw. They will have a sub. Coming in is Autumn Zay. And she will go in for Ashley Esparza, and Esparza will take a moment here to come off the field. Williard will take the throw for Trinity. Sends it into the foot of Robinson. And that one will bounce around. It'll be a throw for Emily Hayes. Working quickly. Barganski. Nice move on the interior. Sends this one across and headed out by Schreiner. Well, that would have been a highlight reel for Trinity had they been able to convert that into a goal. Fantastic move for Berganski to send it across. That's Emily Hayes looking for somebody up front. Finds Schreiner. Play it back for Reese Wallace. Sends the boot in. Has a couple of Tigers there. And the bounce is going to fall into the back of the net. And Reese Wallace. No Tigers made a play on it, but they're going to call offside. And they're going to say the Tigers were far enough ahead that it, I don't know. And the referee is going to stop the clock and come over and talk to Coach Harrison. I'm going to take a pause so I can see if I can hear. And what they ruled was that the players were crashing in, and so the goalkeeper couldn't make a play on the ball. And so the players that were crashing in were offside and prohibited the keeper from making a play on the ball. So that'll take the goal off the board for for Reese Wallace. And once again, keeps it at 2-0. 16:59 to play, 17 minutes left to go. And play will resume. And that one right to the foot of Barganski. She almost got it back. Schreiner able to play it forward. And I think at the moment, what we're starting to see is the Mountaineers are starting to wear down a little bit. They've subbed, but not at the rate that Trinity is, and they bring two more on. Wilson Newland coming in for Bailey Meyer, and for Williard will be Stella Havens. Romero with some fancy work here on the near side. We'll send it across. One down there was Abigail Rocha, and played it a little bit too far out of her reach. So Wallace now plays forward for Schreiner. That one played ahead. It's going to be a little bit too far out of the reach of the Tigers. And we'll go for a goal kick. That one with, maybe the wind might have taken that one. It had a little bit of curvature to it, but got a gust of wind right at the end of that one. And Hayes was not able to make connection with it. And now it finds her foot, and she puts that one on. Headed on by Schreiner, and a little bit too much of a touch if she was trying to play it to herself. And Rivera will corral, under 15 to play. Richards. So that one poked away by her own teammate, Berganski. Now Berganski will take and make a run down the left side. Already showed us some nifty moves down in that corner once before. Sends that one back across into the middle of the 18. Poked away by the Mountaineers. Yeah, Trinity throw. Trinity looks ahead to the conference tournament. They have shut out all of their conference opponents this year. Technically, one of those was in a non-conference game against Texas Lutheran here at home, and then the game that they played Texas Lutheran for conference was a road game, in which they won 2-1. That's the only goal that they have conceded during conference play. I'd say that they would be fairly heavy favorites going into the tournament. The last time they were in Houston, though, they did face St. Thomas there on a road game. And the Celts held Trinity to just a 1-0 win. So we'll have to see if Trinity can find a way to score some goals in Houston. Not entirely certain who their opponent will be. Texas Lutheran's taken another goal on Southwestern. They've got about 30 minutes left to play. Over in Seguin, they're winning 4-2 at home. Did mention Dallas with the 2-1 win. St. Thomas and Centenary have gone to the break. So they must have started, or no, they've just posted the, I thought it said halftime. It says first half, 45 minutes. So they are just getting underway, no score posted. The Dallas victory should give Trinity their opponents. Four teams advance in the SCAC tournament. 1 seed Trinity, 4 seed Dallas. That would make sense. And then TLU Southwestern playing right now. Probably have to turn it around and play again. They're both tied at the top for second. 4-1-1 apiece. Dallas 4-3 in conference play. Trinity 11 minutes and 8 seconds away from being 7-0. Zimmy into the middle. Trying to find Sienna Robinson. It's played around. Now Robinson will find the touch. So Newland takes a hard touch on the back line. That one played up for Nina Pollock. That one sent in. Ozimi with a shoulder pass. Settled, played, and kicked out of play. Isabella Arruda. She'll draw a corner as it took a deflection. And so the 8th corner of the evening here for the Tigers. Mills bodies that one out, chases it down, and then kicks it out of play. It'll be a throw for Trinity. The wind picking up here lately. Robinson, Romero. Campbell, who had the game's first assist.
Backside 13, backside 13.
And the long run coming, and no connection made. They were trying to find Bovin down there on the far side. Just played out of her reach. Zimmy. Nice little pass in for Robinson. She'll take the shot. Rivera corrals another save for Rivera. It'll be the 13th team save, or 13th total save of the game for the Mountaineers. I think they had 3 team saves earlier, so I don't think they've had any since. Offside, Ozemi was a little bit ahead of the play. Rivera with pretty active night. Lauren Lewis. Pretty much the Michael Collins role in goal now for Trinity. As we say that, Schreiner taking possession into the final quarter. The Trinity defense will stand firm and eventually get the throw. Seven minutes left here in the season.
Good, Romy. Hey, you're good. You're good. Haley, just know she's wider. Romy's going to cover the gap, so manage that. And you come. Both.
Havens play this one up ahead. Ruda finds Campbell. Far side, Wallace. Robinson takes a shot, didn't get really behind it. Was kind of off balanced. And a sail wide. Rivera to send it away. Under 6. And she'll go short side. And Campbell for Trinity finds Wallace. Wallace left all alone. Tried to pass it through. That one completely blocked, taken away by Talley. But Wallace steals it right back, sends it ahead again, and can't find Ruda making the run on the far side. Haven't seen a change of the scoreboard in the second half, but there have been moments for the Tigers. It looked like they were going to. They've had 2 goals waved off in this game for offside. Had one hit the inside post, deflect away. And then they've had, I'd say, 3 or 4 shots that Rivera has just stolen away from them. Making above average plays to keep it out of the back of the net. Now as Zemi turns, shoots, just misses. Rivera was close. There might have been room to sneak it in, but it goes just wide.
In for Schreiner is number 19, Charlie Rand.
And Charlie Rand will enter in for the Mountaineers. Sure plays Miguel Rocha. Under 4 left.
Find her early.
Romero. Is that one played off by Havens? Ruda and Havens on defense, but I say off Havens again. That'd be a throw here for the Mountaineers. Taylor Campbell will draw the foul, and that'll give Trinity the free touch. They'll send it quickly over to Wallace. She'll play it up the far side. Nice through ball. Robinson might have had it. Zimmy had to stay on side. Now she'll have to give chase. And Chloe Mills once again just stepping in the way of the Trinity attack.
3 minutes, let's go.
Trinity's men to follow. A crucial battle against St. Thomas. A good chance that the loser of that contest misses the conference tournament altogether. Zimmy. It should go for a corner. So it was blocked. It's about 2 minutes to play here from Paul McGinley Field. Trinity looking to go unbeaten through conference play once again. Nice ball sent in the back corner. Zimmy makes it 3-0. Sienna Robinson with an absolute, it's going to be Kayla Bovin with the brilliant entry piece on the corner. Zimmy with the header into the back of the goal. 3-0 Tigers, a minute 54 to play.
Hey, 2 minutes, let's go. Come on, finish strong.
It's been coming. Schreiner went a good 40-plus minutes denying the third goal. Just couldn't keep that absolute great feed in from finding the back of the net. Hennekon got us started on an assist from Taylor Campbell. Later it was Emily Hayes fed through. Kira Stafford sending it all the way down, bypassing two other Tigers before Hayes was able to knock it in. That made it 2-0. And then just then, Kayla Bovin, Maya Zimmy.
1 minute.
Make it 3-0 for the Tigers. They look to run off the final 50 seconds here from Paul McGinley. Robinson up ahead. Del Preti. He's got time, space, and the shot's going to go wide. She had time, she had space. It closed quickly. And then she can only get that shot off. Rivera coming out, defender crashing down. And that sends it wide, 26 seconds and counting now. Trinity will move 10-4-2 on the season. They will take 8 straight wins into the conference tournament. Schreiner will finish their campaign 2-11-1.
10 seconds. 9, 8, 7.
And that will do it here from Paul McGinley Field. Trinity 3, Schreiner 0. And thank you for tuning in to this broadcast from Tiger Network. Trinity will finish with 15 shots on goal. A valiant effort here from the back line of Schreiner and Rivera in goal. But for the Tigers, those 3 goals, victorious enough. And they will look to play next week as the 1 seed in the SCAC tournament. TrinityTigers.com, SCACsports.com. Find the links for that one from Houston if you can't make it there yourself. our entire crew,
Trinity alumni.
David, Reed, Elizabeth,
And family and friends are welcome to partake of the
thank you so much for tuning in, and have a great night.
refreshments.